I'm gonna just always put myself first while I'm here, so that if I were to leave, it's like with no regret, So I did what I felt like I needed to do.
What was it that you felt didn't work with you? Hey guys, welcome to Little Blackbird 91. This is your favorite dating and relationship coach. We're going to talk to you guys today about one of the most important dating skills and tips that you need to take into 2024, because what Jana just showed us, the young lady there, the black woman there that was with the white guy Connor, she gave one of the master classes in dating. And what was that master class? Well, simply put, she chose herself. There is a time and season underneath the sun when you must choose yourself. In a relationship, you have to be selfish to be selfless. Meaning, if I want to give you the best of me, I need to be able to let you know what my needs and my wants are, so you can begin to fulfill that, so that I can begin to grow in the relationship, and so that I can serve you at best capacity as well. Because you see, when I'm starved, I can't give you my full strength, and when you're starved, you can't give me your best strength. And the reason being is because we've starved each other of our needs and our wants. And when you prioritize your needs and your wants, you're going to have to communicate that. And when somebody doesn't want to honor your needs and your wants in the dating stage, yeah, it's time to go. Because you already communicated that you want your needs and wants to be met, and the person said, yeah, but they didn't hear you. Right? And those who don't hear must feel. And sometimes words are not enough. We need to have actions that show somebody this is no longer acceptable for me. And I'm not going to give you another chance. Because when I do, I'm actually saying to you that it's okay to do what you're doing. And it's the dating phase. So we're not in a relationship, we're not a long-term relationship, which, by the way, you shouldn't be in a long-term relationship if that person can't meet your needs and your wants in the very beginning. Okay? A lot of times we get into relationships and people can't meet our needs and our wants. Right? Okay. So here's my thing, right? And we're gonna play a bit more of the clip because she's gonna talk a little bit about the situation even more. So let's listen to what she got to say. Okay. Go ahead.
Communication, like when it comes to our conversations, I just felt like I always had to like push, or like initiate them first, and I feel like it should be like a two-way street, and I just didn't feel like a two-way street at all.
Now, of course, everybody was shocked. Why? Because, of course, it did come it didn't necessarily come out of the blue, but the reality of the thing was that everybody expected her to choose Koi and at least maybe try and work it out a little bit more, right? But in reality, can I be honest with you? When you're dating, giving people chances that don't necessarily deserve chances is a waste of time. Now, if Koi really could meet her needs, he would have met it already. That's the reality of life. Can I be honest with you? If he could meet her needs, he would have done it already. Some of these things are basic necessities of a relationship. For instance, why is it as a woman she's having to come to you and initiate conversations? Why are you not initiating conversations? I'll tell you why he's not initiating conversations, because he's afraid. And I told you this in my earlier videos. When people are afraid, they become lazy. Or they become controlling, or jealous, or envious, right? Or angry, or they become something they don't need. They become something more than they need to actually be. They don't find a balance. And so when we're in the state of fear and not in a state of love, the Bible says we should be that God has given us a power of a sound mind, power, love, and a sound mind, right? We've been given a spirit of love. When we have a spirit of love, the way that our actions manifest is 1 Corinthians 13. Love is patient, it's kind, it's enduring, doesn't boast, doesn't count the wrongs, etc., right? But when we act in fear, it leads to lasciviousness, it leads to rudeness, unkindness, deceitfulness, it leads to cheating, it leads to people, not thinking or serving other party as they should, right? It leads to a lot of things that actually are not beneficial for the relationship or the other person. You can't serve the other party appropriately and fully when you don't know how to love from a place of love. What I mean by that is act in a place of love from love. Some people show acts of love from a place of fear. They give fear. So their actions are not really truly from a place of love. It's because they're afraid of losing. They're afraid of not being loved. They're not afraid of being not cared for. They're afraid of being abandoned. And so what ends up happening is they either hold on too tight or they let go too loose. Now we'll talk about that in another video, because I'm going to deal with him specifically in another video. But in regards to the situation, Jana made an absolute beautiful, beautiful moment by doing this. I respect her. She chose herself. And in the end, he's out. Now, everybody's shocked by that. But the reality of the situation is, he knew it was coming. Right? Because she told him. She told him, they had a conversation, and he mentioned it about how she felt like his behavior, she felt like he was not actually communicating with her. And I'll go to a clip here because she ended up speaking about it a little bit earlier on. So let's have a little look at this clip here. They were talking about it as well.
It's not that I'm feeling it more. It's just it's easier to talk to him.
Here we go.
Cool. So you feeling kind of more?
It's not that I'm feeling it more. It's just it's easier to talk to him. I just feel like you're a cute little shell, right? And I'm like cracking at it, trying to like.
Okay, so as she just said there, right? He asked her, are you feeling Connor more? And she said, it's not that I'm necessarily feeling Connor more, but the reality of the situation is easier to talk to him, right? Why is it easier to talk to him? Because she's not having to force the conversation, even though, can I be honest with you? The conversation at first, she had to pull him for a conversation. But after that, he pulled her for a chat, right? He pulled her for a chat and had conversations with her. And the conversation was flowing because both parties were actually contributing towards the conversation, and she wasn't sensing that fear. Now, it may get out to later on that we realize that Connor has got fear in the way he behaves. We'll find out later on. But for now, it doesn't look like he's operating from a space of fear, whereas Coy was, because Coy wanted to be coy. Coy wanted to be, I'm cool, I'm gonna stay back, I'm gonna let you come to me, you know what I'm saying to you, and acting like he's a prize that he has to be caught. And while I do understand there's some aspect of when you are the good looking man, male, etc., etc., while that works when we're 18, you get to a grown ass age, my friend, go and get what you need to go and get. The Bible says that a man obtain a favor, he who findeth. Doesn't say she, it says he who findeth. Because as a man, you are to go out and get. And you know that particular situation. So Jana taught us a really important lesson, which is if my needs and my wants are not going to get met, I have to go. The greatest lesson you can teach a man is that if he won't do what he's supposed to do, you will get rid. You will walk away. The worst lesson you can teach a man is to stay in a relationship or stay in contact, stay in communication, stay in the presence, stay around a person when they are unwilling to meet your needs and wants. They're struggling. I don't know how to necessarily do this. Do you know what? I hear it, but you might need to go. You may need to go and learn it. Because why aren't you trying to learn this? Why is this not your top priority to make sure that I'm happy? And by the way, when I say it's not only men doing it to women, it's an interchange. The woman should also be serving you too, right? Service goes both ways, right?
Just like get to, like I don't know if it's harder for you to open up or if it's just really how you are.
No, I can definitely open up more. It's just I'm one of the type of people like it's hard for me to really just open up to somebody so fast.
As he said there, it's hard for him to open up to somebody so fast. And what he's saying really is he's afraid of being intimate. He's afraid of actually having a conversation where he has to be vulnerable and be naked. And unfortunately, the person you want is like, I want that from you. And you're making me work for it, which makes no sense. Now, a lot of us are like Coy. We are emotionally distant. A lot of us are like Coy, where we don't talk about our feelings. A lot of us are like Coy, where we don't share our intimate thoughts. A lot of us are like Coy, we don't trust people easily. You need to work on that. Because you want to maintain a healthy relationship with somebody who actually has a healthy relationship with themselves, who actually has a healthy emotional connection to themselves or a good relationship with their family, you're going to stick out like a sore thumb. Because your inability to trust and your actions that show that you don't trust are going to flare up a red flag in that relationship and cause a self-sabotage. In fact, in reality, our brother actually self-sabotaged. I call it lazy dating, which is born out of fear. Right? So Jana taught us a really important lesson, and that is to walk away when someone doesn't meet the needs.
I don't want to move too fast, then something else happen. I'm still trying to get to know you more. It's like we only been here, three days?
I know, but within the 3 days, I feel
like saying you had better conversations. I understand that. And I can give you more conversations.
Now, I will do Jana in another time, but I want to make this last little concession. Jana ain't slick. Because at the same time, by her kind of telling him that, she's having better conversations with Connor a little bit, I know she wanted him to fight for her, right? She wanted that fight for you, and which is a little bit leaning into a little bit of toxicity a little bit, right? Where you want someone to fight for you, to prove they want you. Be very careful with that, Jana. I don't want you to go down that lane. I want to give you the benefit of the doubt, but don't go down that lane. Because later on, she actually said it to the girls, where he didn't come over to her, and she's like, show me you're not going to fight for it? No, he's not gonna fight for it. You know what I'm saying to you? Like, but he should be better be in a better space in terms of meeting your needs. So I'm gonna leave it there. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, click on the bell button for notification uploads. We appreciate you. But look, I want to let you guys know as well, if you are struggling with sharing your wants and your needs in a relationship, if you're somebody who's too silent, you struggle to actually say what you feel, what you need in a relationship, then you need to actually reach out to me. Look, I'm here to coach and I'm here to help people. It's what we do best. Reach out to me, sign into my calendar. Now, of course, I'm pretty much booked, like pretty much of all June. But the reality of the situation is because people understand that we do great work. I want you to understand, sign yourself up, get yourself involved. If you're struggling in a relationship or you're in a dating phase where you struggle for your needs and your wants to be met, if men or women don't make time or energy or a priority your needs and your wants, and you constantly see that in relationships, you found a pattern, reach out to me. Let's help you. Okay, I appreciate you guys. Stay locked, so we'll see you again very, very soon. Much love.